Started. Hello, everyone. This is our third AI ethics debate of the summer of 2024. This is the second time we've gone through this particular scenario. In this scenario, the research team of a high-tech company, XYZ, wants to propose a new technology to automate its hiring process. They have been investigating the possibility of automating all stages of the first steps of interviews. So candidates chosen by an applicant tracking system, which is also automated, will have some questions to answer on video. This video will be recorded, and the questions will be technical and behavioral. The videos and the transcript of the interviews will be processed by an AI program. The analysis will assess the technical skills of the applicant, the tone of their talking, their confidence, the way they approach the questions, and other things. A few people have been chosen and invited to the last round of the interview with the manager of the team that they want to join. The data for the AI program is gathered mostly from current employees. The research team believes such an algorithm will shorten the headaches of many rounds of interviews, make the HR team's job easier, and also help find the best candidate. The HR team is concerned about this automation. They want to make some changes in rules to the research team's proposal. Primarily, they think automating all the processes is very risky and will lead to many challenges. This could have a negative impact on what people think about the process of hiring in general, and may also put the company in danger of lawsuits about biased algorithms. So they're worried about the development of this automated hiring system being too quick. They think that it should be introduced in gradual stages and alongside human assessors. We have two main teams here. We have a HR team, Team A, and an AI research team, Team B. On the HR team, we have a head of talent acquisition. We have an HR marketing manager and an HR manager of diversity and fairness. Oh, please excuse my neighbor's dog. On the AI research team, we have the head of AI development, the technical lead of the team, and an AI researcher that passed the interviews lately. So, with that all set up, I'll leave it up to you folks. Can we first hear from the first speaker of the HR team?
Hello. I'm speaking from the role of head of talent acquisition from the HR team, and I'm going to talk about our concerns about the AI system that we are going to use to hire people. At the beginning, it's important for us to keep HR people in, beside the AI system because we cannot trust it yet. It's important for us to be able to understand how this AI model is going to work and based on what informations and based on what features it's going to choose the applicants. It's very important for us to have a very high-performing AI model because in case it's unable to provide high performance in choosing the most qualified applicants, we will lose cost and reputation at the same time. For example, I'm going to provide some statistics here. The training cost for each employee is around $1,200 per year. And if we hire a non-qualified applicant and have to fire them and hire a new one, we will pay more. For example, when we fire one non-good working employee, the cost of hiring the new substitute will be increased by between 12 to 15%. So it's important to be able to hire the most qualified people here. Also, the onboarding cost is not little for us. It's between $1,500 to $5,000. So it's very important to be able to use AI to improve the quality of hiring process and have good applicants work for us. On the other hand, if we miss good applicants, we will probably be confronting some lawsuits. So our reputation will be affected. Another concern of us is that if we are using video interviews, it may not work for all the applicants. There are people who are not comfortable with talking to AI systems in a video interview, and they prefer to talk in a one-on-one interview with a person. So it's important for us to take care of these cases to be fair to every applicant that are interested into our work. Another concern is the process of this interview, because usually the questions asked by the AI model will be fixed depending on the role. But if we are using a human interviewer, he or she can justify the questions based on the positive and negative qualities, based on the skills that the applicant have. So we can find out the most effective features of an applicant and find out maybe if he can be a good fix, even if he is not able to answer all of our questions. We can justify the questions, and we can understand a lot from their behavior, from their body language, and we are concerned if the AI model is able to understand these informations or not. Another concern here is about the privacy. When we are using video interviews by AI, how we are going to save them and make sure that the privacy of our applicants is protected. Also, one other concern here is that it's possible to manipulate AI systems during the interview process. So we need to make sure that this AI system is robust against any type of manipulation. For example, consider that if this AI system is using the database of our current employees about their abilities and skills, people can use the information that they can take from LinkedIn profile of our employees and pretend to have the skills, but they don't have them. And we will miss the good applicants when we receive a lot of CVs having all the skills we need. So how we are going to take care of this kind of manipulation. And also, when we have a human in the process of hiring, we can use the skills and we can use the knowledge of people during whole stages of hiring. For example, I'm going to give you an example of what happened in one security awareness company in US KnowBe4. They hired one North Korean hacker instead of a good software engineer. They used online interviews during the whole process. And when they understood he is not who he pretends to be, was when they received the address to send his laptop to him and let him to start work. So it wasn't any data set to find out whose address it is. It was just based on the knowledge of the people who were going to send the laptop that understood this place is not reliable. This makes us suspicious. So I don't know how your AI model will be trained on considering all these aspects that people have information about it, and this information is not available to the AI model. So we need to keep working beside the AI model and also improving the quality of AI model that we have. And I think I'm done with the previous round of talk. I told about the concerns. We concerned about fairness. We are concerned about privacy, performance, and we are ready to hear from your point of view that how you are going to address these concerns.
Okay, great. Can we hear from the research team?
Yes, I'm audible.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mohammed Saqib, head of AI development and XYZ company. Today, I want to address some key concern regarding our proposal to automate the initial stage of our hiring process with AI. Firstly, I understand the trust issue surrounding with the feature of AI select to evaluate candidates. Our system is designed to be transparent and we are committed to providing clear explanation for why certain features are selected and how they contribute to the decision-making process. We will ensure that AI criteria align with our company's values and qualities we seek in candidates. Regarding cost, while the initial investment in AI development might seem substantial, we believe that the long-term benefits such as reducing time to hire, increasing efficiency, and improving the quality of hires will outweigh these costs. Additionally, automation can help us scale our hiring efforts without a proportional increase in HR resources. We also recognize that not all candidates may feel comfortable interacting with AI. To address this, our approach will be passed starting with the AI as a supplementary tool that supports human recruiters. This allows candidates the option to interact with the human at critical stage of the process, thereby maintaining a balance between the technology and personal touch. The issue of visibility into AI decision-making process is critical. We will ensure that our system include explainability features, allowing HR and hiring manager to understand the reasoning behind each recommendation. This transparency is crucial for maintaining trust and ensuring that AI decisions are aligned with human judgment. Privacy is another significant concern, particularly when handling applicant data. Our system will adhere to highest standards of data security and privacy protection. We will implement a stringent protocol to safeguard applicant information, ensuring that it is used solely for the intended purpose and is protected from unauthorized access. In terms of risk of AI manipulation or hacking, our technical team is prioritize the development of robust security measures. We will employ state-of-the-art encryption, detection, and regular audits to mitigate any risks of external interface, ensuring the integrity of AI system is a top priority. Lastly, while AI can enhance our process, we acknowledge the ir- irreplaceable value of human knowledge and intuitions. Our system is designed to complement, not replace, human judgment. AI can handle large volume of data and provide insight that might not be immediately apparent to human, but the final hiring decision will always involve human input. This hybrid approach allows us to leverage the strength of both AI and our experienced HR professionals. Apart from this issue, I have some point which I need to ask with HR team is that I don't understand either they want to raise a question that cost is more in the human part or the AI development part because I want, as I already clarified, once you develop the model, there is zero cost when you are using that, almost zero. But if you are not automate the process, you need to keep hiring HRs, fire HRs, and train HRs. So these are the issues. Apart from that, I would like to revisit the explainable AI thing, which can provide you reasoning behind selecting any candidate. Uh, in the later, when I discuss as a technical person of this team, I will discuss these things. in detail. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Matthew. I'm a second year master's student at TMU, and today I'm going to defend the HR team debate as the HR manager of the marketing team. The thing that Sakib asked about the cost. I think our talent acquisition manager was talking about the costs of like hiring someone and then firing them because of an error the AI tool made. So I understand the costs of creating an AI tool and training the AI tool could be very low, but please note that maintaining this AI tool updated could also uh, make more costs because initially you train the AI tool with some like very few examples of the training samples of the current employees of the company. But note that if these examples are very few, because mostly like the companies don't have a lot of employees, the AI tool wouldn't be able to generalize to out of domain distribution samples. So for new examples, there wouldn't be like enough samples for the AI to generalize and to decide there. The thing is, if we use this AI tool apart from the task, apart from the cost, if we use this AI tool to decide for the talent acquisition and for hiring process, it could be critical in fields where culture and personal fit are important. Sometimes because of the biases and the fairnesses made by the thing that I just said, because of the low resources in training the AI tool. And as an example, in 2018, Amazon launched an automatic hiring system, which failed very quickly because it turned out that in the field of engineering, most of the applicants that the system chosen it was they were male. So Amazon apologized for this problem, and it said that they say that they will continue to make this better. So the costs are both for human hiring and firing, and also for training and keeping the tool updated. And also, as the point of view of the marketing, there's this PR or public relations aspect of the problem that if we have this AI tool biased and if the AI tool inadvertently discriminates against certain groups, say it starts to hire people of the same race because most of the employees are of the same race, for example, the AI tool would be, for example, discriminating against certain groups, and it would lead to reputational damage for the company. A marketing team, our marketing team, would have much harder time promoting our brand, which is because of its hiring process, which is seen impersonal and unfair in its hiring practices. Another thing to mention is the EVP, or the employer value proposition, which is actually what makes the company a desirable place for people, for employees to work. Um, Promoting the company's EVP would be much easier when the hiring process is seen as holistic and inclusive. And most of the time, an AI-only process might make it difficult to showcase the company's commitment to diversity, inclusion, and nurturing talent, as it may appear that the company prioritizes efficiency over these values. So we must make sure that this AI tool doesn't prioritize the efficiency and the costs over the values of the company, for example, the EVP and the PR or the public relations of the company. Lastly, I want to talk about the candidate experience concerns. Most of the time, when the candidates or the applicants they go into an interview, after that they will share their experience, whether it was good or bad, with the public, with their friends or colleagues. We have to make sure that the hiring process is very fair and it doesn't have any negative impacts on the candidates' experiences. Because candidates who feel undervalued or frustrated by an impersonal hiring process are likely to share their experiences publicly, which could harm the company's reputation and make it harder to attract talents. I think you mentioned the long time cost that would be decreased, and also the privacy and the explainability of the system that you will be going to work on. I just want to ask that how are you going to supplement the AI tool? How are you going to supplement the AI tool with the HR team to make sure that the like recording video for people doesn't make any problems, and people who are not comfortable with getting their videos recorded, how does this make them feel comfortable? Thank you.
Okay, our next speaker can go ahead.
Yes, just give me 1 minute. I need to prepare for this. Hello everyone again. Again, I'm Mohammed Saqib as a head of AI development at XYZ company. Today, I would like to provide more clarity on our AI-driven hiring system, particularly in response to concern raised by the HR marketing manager. First, let's talk about the cost. Well, there is an initial investment required for developing and implementing the AI system. This cost is offset by the long-term benefit. By automating the early stage of the hiring process, we can reduce the time and resources needed for recruitment, which over time lead to significant saving. Furthermore, the increased efficiency allows us to evaluate a large pool of candidates more effectively, improving the overall quality of hires. Considering how AI handle out of generalized candidates, those who may not fit conventional profile but have unique potential, our system is designed with flexibility. We are incorporating mechanism to identify and flag candidate who shows potential in unconventional ways. This ensures that we don't overlook individuals who could bring diverse perspective and skill to the table. We need to identify outliers in the process and discuss with the human involved in the process. And in this way, we can retrain the system to identify those out of generalized candidates. We are also aware of past failures such as Amazon experience with AI in hiring. Their system failed due to bias in the training data, which favored certain profile and excluded other. To avoid such pitfalls, we are rigorously auditing our training data to ensure diversity and inclusion. Our goals is to develop a system that recognizes and value differences rather than perpetuating existing biases. Biases is a significant concern, specifically regarding race and religion and other sensitive attributes. Our approach includes not only diverse training data, but also continuous monitoring to detect and correct any biases that may emerge. We are committed to inclusion, diversity, and equity, and we are designing our AI to support these values actively. Regular audit and updates will ensure that our system remains fair and unbiased. And apart from automated process, human may also be biased. Feedback is crucial to our system's success. We plan to implement mechanism for collecting feedback from both candidates and a HR professional throughout the hiring process. This feedback will be used to continuously refine and improve the AI, ensuring it meets the evolving needs of our organization and maintain fairness and effectiveness. Finally, regarding the supplementation of human judgment with AI, we believe in a balanced approach. AI will not replace human decision making, but will act as a powerful tool to support it. The AI can process large amount of data and provide insight that might not be immediately apparent to human recruiters. However, the final decision will always involve human input, ensuring that AI recommendation are tempered with the human intuition and understanding. Thank you.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Shireen. I'm an HR manager of the company who is mostly concerned about diversity and fairness. So I just listened to the debate until now. There were some concerns raised by my colleagues and somehow answered by the research team. And I want to be more specific regarding the mentioned concerns or raise some other concerns and hear the answers from the research team. So the first natural and the I think most usual concern that raises when talking about AI systems is regarding the bias and fairness. So so as just some general statements, we all know that the AI systems are shaped based on the data that are trained on. So in this scenario, it's mentioned that the AI system is going to be trained on the data of the current employee of the company. So, and we, at the same time, we know that the AI systems are already biased. So a research conducted by MIT showed that in a face recognition system, there is an error rate of 34.7% for darker skinned women as compared to the error rate of 0.8% for lighter skinned men. So just imagine what happens when these biases are going to be implied to the hiring system. And I know that there are some algorithms and approaches to reduce these biases, but still study shows that there is a trade-off between bias and performance of the model. So the debiasing algorithms could work in cost of reducing the performance of the model. So the two extremes could be we have a AI system which performs very well in terms of accuracy for selecting the candidates, but it could be highly biased. And on the other hand, on the next in the next side, could be the case that a system is fair, but it cannot perform very well in terms of accuracy. So we don't want to have a system which is fair, but it's not effective in selecting the qualified applicants. So I want to hear from the research team, what is their exact solution for making a balance between the fairness and performance, and how they want to deal with this trade-off. Because when it comes to algorithms for debiasing, study shows that there is such trade-off. And the other concern is regarding the evaluation of the system. I want to hear from the research team that what is their exact approach for evaluating the AI-based hiring system. So is there any specific data sets for both accuracy of the system and bias and fairness? And because we know that sometimes the evaluation data sets have some biases themselves, or if human is going to evaluate the system in terms of biases and fairness, human is biased as well. So what is their exact solution, or I want and at this stage of the debate, I want to hear like more exact solutions, not the general statements that we are going to like have debiasing approaches, we are going to apply like high security systems. And the other thing that is important, I think, is that building trust for the AI systems is not that easy, because most people see the AI systems, the non-technical people see the AI systems as a black box. So it's hard to just trust a black box to decide about my application when I'm going to apply for a company. So explainability and interpretability would be very important in this stage. And so, for example, when we decide to reject an applicant for a position, sometimes the applicants need more explanations regarding why they are rejected, or they want some feedback because they want to improve themselves for the other job postings. So regarding this explainability and interpretability, I want to hear the research team's solution in more details and technical way. In conclusion, I agree that employing AI-based hiring systems has the potential to revolutionize the hiring procedures, but there's still like huge concerns regarding fairness, bias, privacy, and trust. So I think if we are like we are going to be convinced that these concerns are going to be addressed, it would be very more easily to trust the proposed system. Thank you.
Thanks. And I think Reza, you are our last one.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reza Barati, and I'm the AI researcher who recently passed the interview of our AI model. Regarding your concern mostly about biases, I think what we have done is that we are not trying to deploy the black box model to train our model. We're trying to use white box models mostly, which are easier to be interpretable and also can have better explainability. We are using third-party companies who are professional in doing AI alignment. You know that many of the other companies also have the same issues like ChatGPT or OpenAI, Google. They're always controversial regarding how they are going to develop the next large models that they are developing. So alignment is a big topic right now in the AI community. We even have like ISO standards for those, which are developed. There are third-party companies providing APIs for doing tests and for doing even checking the data sets that those companies are using for pre-training, fine-tuning, or reinforcement solutions that they're using the feedback from any stakeholders, including those that we are interviewing. And so bias is something that is constant. Like every time that we develop something, there might be the system might always have some sort of bias. This is a never-ending issue, but we have to rely on regulators and third parties to address this. And also regarding Mahdiar mentioned regarding value proposition, there must be value by deploying AI. Like the bias is an issue, but the value could be a quick feedback by the system if you're using AI, so everyone knows that they can get feedback from the system immediately. If they have privacy issue because we are recording them, we can get consent from the interviewers because we have Privacy Act and PIPEDA Act. Those require consent. We can be transparent regarding our models. We can communicate properly. Our models are trained. We are not going to store the information of the recording of the users. And how our decisions are being made. We can even go public regarding those because transparency creates trust in the stakeholders. And also, many of the community already knows that AI is already being used in applicant tracking systems for many of the companies. We also are not going to use AI for the entire process. We're using it just for the first stages of the interviews. There is going to be still human touch at the last levels, which could be the manager's final interview. And so it's important to understand the problem that we are going to address. And this could be also branded as an extension to the applicant tracking system that we are using. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, so that wraps this up. I think we have enough time. I'll just open this up and let if anyone from either team wants to make more comments or respond to something that was said. I think this is the time.
Can I add something very quick? So speaking of cost, we mentioned the cost of creating the AI system and also training it, and also we said that okay, so the cost of training the AI system is probably in long time lower than hiring and firing HR team members. But I had read something in the on the internet that in the states of New York, Colorado, and California, legislations on using AI in companies, in big companies particularly, are being made by the government. And also they're enforcing the companies to hire HR members for those sections only. So they're like you have to hire HR members for using AI as well. So the cost wouldn't be only focused on training the AI system. You should also have AI team members added to the HR team. And also about the scenario that we discussed, I think Reza and Saqib had pretty much different scenarios in mind. Reza spoke about using AI in the initial phases of hiring the candidates, and afterwards using the HR team members. But when I told Saqib that using video recorders, using AI only would potentially raise concerns and could potentially harm the reputation of the company and damage its PR or public relations. Saqib told that they're using AI as a supplementary tool beside the human members of the HR team or the hiring system team. So which scenario are you following? Which one is the best one for the company? The one that uses AI initially and then afterwards human enters into the system, or human is in the process in the beginning?
Thank you so much. If Saqib allows me, I'm gonna mention because it's a scenario that we are going through. As you know, the interview process have many steps. The scenario has mentioned that the possibility of automating all of the first stages. So Saqib is right when he mentions that we are going to replace the human elements because there used to be human involved in the first stages, but what I mentioned was the entire process of the interview, which hiring process, which at the last stage eventually there will be someone because one of your colleagues mentioned that the hackers are getting into the companies without going through the interview process. So I was trying to indicate that there is going to be a human at the last stage.
May I add something? If the human is going to be added for just the latest stages, I think the first stages are one of the most important parts because that's where the applicants are being filtered. And if there are some qualified applicants which are not passed from the first stages because of the biases or anything, there's no chance that the human in the loop at the last stages can select them because they are filtered at the very first stages by the system. So I think there is a huge problem if the initial selection is based on the AI system, and if the AI system has some biases or the performance has some errors. So some applicants that are already qualified are not going to be passed for the next stages.
That's a very good question. We will try to evolve our system by integrating a human in the loop at all the stages. Thank you for your question. And about the cost hiring AI engineers, I would like to say that yes, it seems like AI engineers are costly, but eventually it is going to reduce number of HR you hire because it can process large amount of applicant. Thank
So
you.
if human is gonna be in the loop from the very first stages, so wouldn't it be so costly because we have human, we have the AI system which needs maintenance costs, we have a research team. So instead of just one person interviewing, now we have lots of additional costs for research team, for maintenance of the system, for the servers that are required, for training the models and everything. And if we have human in the loop, so it's something just we have the base thing, which is the human interviewer, and a lot of costs is added to it. So if there is a huge improvement by adding this AI system, it may be worth of it. But if not, it seems like a huge cost added to the company.
Thank you for the question. Yes, we have some analysis done already. It is eventually going to reduce the cost of company because when I'm saying human in the loop is not the HR, I'm talking about the hire manager, which is already there in the company. So we are taking them in the loop, not HR. Thank you.
So so the manager, if he wants to be involved in any applicant evaluation, so I don't think they have enough time for doing their managing tasks. It's like they just have to just specify all of their time to be involved in the hiring procedure of the AI system.
I agree. Eventually, you have to involve them. Either you are going manual system or automated system. Eventually, they are going to involve. It doesn't matter.
Yes, but in the the human evaluation, there is an HR person who does the first rounds, and then the manager is just included in the last stages. But I don't know if you want to just employ the manager for doing all of the things and not adding the HR people, I don't think they have that much time to do all of the things. You already need the HR people to be involved in the first stages and then the final decision made by the manager. So you still need the HR people, and then you're adding the AI system and all of the costs?
Yes, if the head of company is eventually going to rely on the HR persons, then they may hire if their budget allow. This is what we are proposing. And as I said, eventually you have to involve your manager, and AI system can generate a report regarding the selected candidate using explainable AI or responsible AI thing. And it can be presentable to the higher managing team, which are further going to evaluate the candidate. So eventually you are going to examine the candidate again, but at different prospects.
Okay, thank you.
I also have to mention regarding the cost, these AI models will not be all developed in-house. So there will be always components that we are using, like pre-trained models from outside, or even maybe we are developing it to sell it later to other companies as well, because this should work on a scale.
Thank you.
Regarding all the discussions, and I have one more question to ask. Thank you to addressing my colleagues' question. I have yet not understood how you are going to evaluate your model and the selection process. Okay, you are going to provide explanations for your model. You are going to provide reports about who your model decides to hire, but you are not going to propose any information about the withdrawn candidate and the candidates that you rejected their request based on their interview or their profile. So how me as a talent acquisition member can understand that this applicant that you are suggesting to hire is the best applicant, is the best match for our job position among all the applicants. And also, sorry, as Reza mentioned, you are not going to save any videos regarding to protect the privacy of the applicant. So it's not possible for our HR members to evaluate their process of your evaluation. So your model is going to decide based on the video interviews who is the better match for our job posting, but it's not possible for us to review these video interviews and understand if we are going to trust this mechanism or not. Yet you are going to give us some explanations. For example, I guess you are going to say this applicant has these qualities, this applicant has these skills, they are able for critical thinking or something like that. But how I can make sure that this is the best candidate among all the interviews that your AI model has done yet?
Okay, see, the thing is, eventually you have to rely on this automated system. And during development, that is okay. You can evaluate any number of time you want. But once the development is done and it is in production, you have to rely and trust whatever you have created. And how we are going to rely on this, we can use some metrics to evaluate our model. Apart from accuracy, precision, recall things, we have data, ground truth data regard selected candidate and why they are selected. So according to those reasoning, what we already have, we can evaluate the fidelity, robustness, consistency of the reasoning provided by those automated process. So we can evaluate these metrics, and at the end we have these metrics, so we can rely on this. Thank you.
Also, I'm not convinced with your answer, but because yes, we are going to rely on the model, but we need some information about to make the trust, you know. We have to have some information to make sure that we can rely on this model. So we are going
Yes,
to
we
rely,
have.
but
We have metrics regarding our evaluation of the model, fidelity, consistency score, and robustness score, apart from the discriminative power among candidate we select and reject. So this is the normal scenario in AI process. We have to rely on these evaluation metrics. We don't question again when we are actually predicting things using automated process. Let's take an example of weather. We usually predict the weather. How you trust the whatever the weather is showing, predicting for the next day is reliable.
so okay, I think it's a different scenario. For example, for weather prediction, you have information from the weather. You have, for example, you consider that for now you are predicting the weather for tomorrow, and tomorrow you will have the real information and you will be able to check the consistency of your predictions. My
So
question
yes,
here is that, okay,
you are going to have those candidate, and eventually you will have those candidate in the company, and you can fire them anytime you want.
that's what I mentioned, that hiring and firing costs of a candidate at the beginning. So it's not easy to hire one person, and it's not easy also to fire them, because if it affects your reputation, and if you are known as a company that is hiring everybody and fires them very easily, you will not have good candidates for next job postings that you will have. And the main question actually was that if you are going to use our HR people to evaluate your model, or you are going to just use some statistics that you have from previous hiring processes that didn't use AI to evaluate your decisions. Actually, it's important to know how you are going to evaluate when you are not using, if you are not using hiring people, so you don't have information, you cannot trust the model decision. If you are using hiring people, for how long you need this time, and how you are going to show that the cost of hiring is decreased using your model.
What about using parallel transitions? Like for the few years, we are going to use both HR working with both AI-based system and manual system for the few years. And eventually, if we are satisfied, the company is satisfied with those automated tools, then we can replace completely.
Mariam, these are valid concerns. I also have to add to Saqib that we are using the models which have, you know, that usually these models are trained and evaluated based on some data sets. And if assuming that we have such data sets for policies, we have to have our own data sets based on our values and our policies, and have the objective function to minimize that, right? And to make sure that the model is fine-tuned as much as possible to the values that our company has. And then we will have also extensive reports regarding how it works. We have to constantly define different scenarios, how we're going to interact with the model, which positions we're hiring, what are the expectations of those people who are coming in terms of hiring process. And we have to have like extensive tests for each of those. We're not just going to start using them without going through any tests, for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I am going to say let's wrap this up here. Thank you so much, everyone.